Well, today I would like to talk about some common, most important idioms, which is very common. So, first one is practice make a man perfect. That means those people who practice a lot, then they become perfect. The perfect because they practice a lot. For example, when I was not speak in English, that time I did a lot of practice. I did practice continuously. I talk with my friends. I in English. I talk with my teachers within English. For within 2 or 3 months, I became fluent in English. So I did a practice. If I did not practice, then I couldn't speak well in English. So another example I can say, my friends, she was struggle in maths. He can't understand any maths. He did not calculate math. So he decided that he will practice. If he practice every day, then he will become perfect in doing math. So he did practice continuously 2 or 3 months. After a time, he became expert doing math. So that time we can call practice make a man perfect. The next one is put all your eggs in one basket. Put all your eggs in one basket. That means when we keep all our energy to achieve for one thing, that time we uh, say put all your eggs in one basket. But give if you give all your energy for one project or for one thing for achieving, but you cannot achieve it, it will fail. That time you will lose a lot of things. For example, if you invest all your money for one project or one idea, then if this idea fails, then all of your money will be lost. That time we can say don't invest all your money for one basket. So don't put all your money in one basket. So this is the important idioms. The next one is the third one. Every cloud has a silver lining. That means all of the problems, if every problems has a solutions, every pain has a gain. So if we when we just did a lot of work, when we uh, did a lot of struggle for achieving our success, achieving our dream, then after a time when we will achieve our dream, then that the time, that the moment we can say every cloud has a silver lining. That means every problems, every difficulties has a solution, has a happiness, is a line behind all of difficulties, happiness. So in this way we can say every cloud has a silver line. So now next one is found my feet. Found my feet. What is the meaning of found my feet? Okay, found my feet. That means when we go any cities which is not our city, we go new city. That time we need some month for understand and adopt with the environment, new environment. It needs within 2 or 3 months for adopt new environment, new cities. So when we adopt new city, when we adopt with new environment, that time we can say uh, I found my feet, I found my feet. That time this expression actually uses. So next one is go to extra mile. Go to extra mile means when we want to achieve more, when we want to do more things in our life, that time we can express it. I have to do, I have to go extra mile. When we already achieve our success, then we think next I have to achieve another success. That time we can say we have to go extra mile, or I have to go extra mile because I want to do more and more things. So it is also a very important idioms. So next one is, if it's not one thing, it's the other. That means, uh, for example, I just expressed by this example, if if it's not one thing, just listen, if it's not one thing, it's the other. That means, for example, when we just lost our money back, that time it just we just not just lost a money back, we also will face another problems. We can't buy our necessary things if we just lose our money back. So another example I would say, uh, I just did accident which broke my leg. Then it's actually it is not one thing, it's the other. Because if I just broke my leg, then I can't walk, I can't do anything. So it also impacts other works, other activities. So it is so that's why my say this we says this is not one thing, it's the other. So if it's not one thing, it's the other. So next one is the heat of the moment. The heat of the moment, that means uh, the exact situations, the exact situation when it happens. The heat of the moment, I when the situation is happening, or when the middle of the situation, when the important time of the situation, that time we can express by the heat of the moment. That means it is the exact situation I say this, the exact situation when I take the right decision. That time we can express the heat of the situation, the heat of the moment, the heat of the moment, the heat of the moment I take this decision, I take this action, the heat of the moment I take this action. So next one I would say over the top. Over the top means when we become extremely happy for any things. For example, when I became when I achieved my success, when I became the first boy in our class, that time it was the top of the moon. At that time we became extremely happy. We became so much happy, we actually did not we can't express it. So it's our top happiness when we become a full happiness. So this is the called over the top. Over the top, over the top, it's very important phrase idioms. From time to time, from time to time is occasionally, not it is regular, it is occasionally it happen. From time to time I call you but you don't receive my call. From time to time mm, I from time to time I work my project but it doesn't impact. From time to time is occasionally, not regularly. That is the idiom that it is called time to time. So next one is keep an eye on. Keep an eye on means look keep an eye on means you have to see, you have to look after the person very carefully, very attentively. For example, the manager says employee, keep an eye on this man. That means monitor the man. That is the call, keep an eye on. Another example is keep an eye on the this old man, this lady, because he can't steal anything, he can do bad things. Because if you do not keep an eye on, then he do unlikely situation. So that is the most important idioms as well. The next one is once in a while. Once in a while is like a, it is also, it is suddenly, it's not a regular things. Once in a while I went my homeland. Once in a while, for example, I can say once in a while I went abroad. I don't actually go to abroad regularly. I don't go for another country regularly, but I just go certainly. Is not a regular. Once in a while, it's very important idioms. So once in a while. The next one is sooner or later. Sooner or later, that means we don't know the exact date and time when it will happen, but we certain that it will happen. That the moment we actually express. Once in a while I will go abroad, I will study my masters. So in this way we can express this once in a while, once in a while. Sorry, sooner or later I will do this work. Sooner or later my friend will come in our house. Sooner or later I will go abroad for doing my masters. So next one is state of the art. State of the art, just listen. State of the art means latest technology, new inventions, new idea. That means when we find a new idea, when we use new technology, that time we can express state in a art. That means, for example, I now I am using iPhone 11, so I can say it is a state of the art. So when I just find new idea, it's the latest idea for new technology, for new innovation. That time I also can say I got a state of art idea. The, so it's a very interesting idioms. The next one, state of the art. The next one is up to date, up to date information, up to date data, up to date books. So lots of things up to date, mobile phone, up to date laptop, computer, up to date. For example, I can use up to date informations. I always search up to date technology when I just go market. So it is very important idioms. So next one is uh, white elephant. White elephant, bad investment. When we invest much money, but it results nothing. It's result we can't find. If we invest loss for doing anything, the result, when we cannot find any profit, we can say it's a white elephant. I think that this project, when government just investment lots of money, but ultimate result it is white elephant. So a white elephant we express which has no any profit, which is useless. So it's called white elephant. So white elephant is very important idioms, I think that. So next one is over the moon. Over the moon, that means when you become extremely happy, like that, over the top, like that. This kind of idioms is the over the moon. We become so much happy. For example, when I went cocktail by that time I became over the moon, but that means I became so much happy. So it's a very important phrase we can express when we're speaking our and we express our most much happiness. So over the moon, over the moon. Once in a blue moon, once in a blue moon is very important. It is also, it's not a regular, it is a happens suddenly. As I said earlier, that it's also another phrase. So once in a blue moon I went my I went once in a blue moon I went my homeland, but I don't went actually regularly, but I went my homeland suddenly. So in this way we can express it is a similar idioms from once in a while and once in a blue moon, once in a blue moon, once in a blue moon, once in a blue moon. Piece of cake. Next one is piece of cake. What is the meaning of piece of cake? Piece of cake, that means it is easy. It is easy. Anything, any people can do it. For example, learning guitar is a piece of cake. Listening music is a piece of cake. So listening music also is piece of cake. So it's very easy. It can do any people. So for example, I can say uh, 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 speaking is a speak of cake. So learn English is not a uh, piece of cake. It is not learning a piece of cake. uh, uh, Reading books, it is not piece of cake. But listening music and watching television, it is piece of cake. Piece of cake. So piece of cake. So remember, piece of cake. So next one is a drop in the oceans. A drop in the oceans, that means a little bit, a little bit from large portion, when we just find a little bit from a large portion, that time we can express it. I found a little bit things. Another example, uh, I a little bit a drop in the oceans. That means okay. Next one, a drop in the oceans. The actions speak louder than words. Actions speak louder than words. When we just emphasize our actions more than our words, more than our just speaking, just gossiping. When we emphasize our work and actions, that time we can express. Actions speak louder than word. That because another example, the husband, the wife, husband say his wife, I love you, I love you, and and I, but she doesn't love him because he don't give any time to his to her wife. But his wife, then he replied, actions speak louder than word. But because the husband always say I love you, but he doesn't show his love. So it is very interesting idioms. I think that last and not least is a small wall. Okay, that's okay. I just not so much. Next one I will say more.